Wow, I was gone for most of last week, and this week I've hardly been able to do anything with the garden. So it's been 2 weeks of neglect. I did have a water, my hose was on a timer, so it was getting watered every morning. And look at the horseradish is going to take over this bed eventually, which is fine with me. I don't mind having too much horseradish. It can be preserved, and we love horseradish with a lot of different things, so that's going to be just fine. The Brussels sprouts, I've got everything started late, so I don't know if I'll be able to get anything, but I know the Brussels sprouts will come back again next year because I had them go for 2 years last time, and probably maybe even longer if I take care of it. My snow pea pods are developing well. Some may actually make it into the house this year, but I'm going to put them up on the train it to the trellis. But I'm just amazed at this bed in particular, but they're all taking off very well. My beans, scarlet runners, I think these are. My corn back there, some cucumbers and zucchinis. I don't really care if I get any zucchinis or not. It'd be nice, but I'm not too worried about it. And just trying the three sisters in this bed. Oh, this looks a little different than my other lamb's quarter. Instead of having the white, it's kind of pinkish in the center. And my lamb's quarter is starting in the bed where I have them with the onions. They're getting long and narrow leaves and thicker, where this one is still staying with the goosefoot pattern. Thought that was interesting. I'm still bugging my son to get some manure, horse manure, into this bed. I haven't decided where I'm going to put this pindo or jelly palm or wine palm. And this is the mission fig. I have a turkey fig already planted. I think this is chickweed that's in there. And all of my artichokes, globe artichokes. These were all seeded at the same time, but I put two into these buckets early on, and they're more than 3-4 times the size of the other ones, even though they all started at the same time. And I need to get these, because these take a long time before I'll ever harvest anything. So I got plenty, so I hope to make a big old forest of them. They'll get big. From my understanding, they'll get at least 5 feet tall and about that round. The corn. Got to get a trellis up on this. But the beans definitely took off. My first batch of corn didn't get, none of them came up, so that's why this one's so far behind. But this is all red corn because of the GMO across the street. The perilla, or some call it, in Korean it's genep, kind of a K in there. I got some more briars coming up, but anyway, back to the perilla. I came in here and harvested. You can see where I harvested 2 leaves. They were huge, even though they're still pretty small. I was able to harvest, and we had a whole bunch for dinner last night, and we'll come out here again in the next couple of days and get some more. So I'm excited about that. They were really delicious. And look at that beautiful color underneath. There's a variety that's purple on top all the way through, and a variety that's green all the way, top and bottom. So I feel like I got a nice little mix between the two, and they're just delicious. It is part of the mint family, so eventually these beds will be nothing but self-seeding perilla that keeps coming back every year, and that's what I want. This is again, it's in the mint family, so it's very invasive. You do need to be careful where you plant it so it doesn't take over if you don't want it to do that. but it's delicious. It's not minty. It does have a strong flavor. I can't describe it. It doesn't taste like something else that I can say it tastes like. I've noticed this year there's been a lot of different flies. I don't know if it's because we have horses again, but we've had horses before and I don't remember the flies. But and these are cantaloupes, and I just bought them to see. But got to get those briars under control. And this is a Korean sweet potato. And they got burned the first week I put them out here. They got burned badly from the sun, too much heat. But they've recovered nicely. Strawberries, we're not getting any, but they're starting to make runners, and I'm going to put out some stuff so that they'll root, and I'll make another bed. And I bought a whole bunch of local strawberries to eat, so I'm not really worried about getting any from here. Maybe I should just tear the berries and flowers off to let these plants get established well and keep this as a strawberry bed. This is the purple potato, or blue potato. See, that just came right up out of the ground. That one right there. So that's definitely got something there. I can't pull this up. They're rooting. So there's the parent. Looks nice. So I'm excited about this. I don't know what this is. It's a weed. A weed is any plant growing where you don't want it. I don't know if it's edible, I don't know what purposes, but thought I'd check it out before I pull this one up. The onions have gone to seed, which is fine. These are green onions, not bulbing onions. I came and harvested a whole bunch and ate them. They were delicious. The boys were actually surprised. I made them taste it, and they were surprised at how much they liked it raw. Let's see how they're getting pointy. I don't know if they're just with the size, but they've done real well in here. But I need to come in here and clean this out and let some of this go to seed too for next year. My lettuces, I harvested a bunch last night. I feel like I should know what that plant is, but I don't know. I think this is chamber bitter, and it's a medicinal herb. I've got to order some books from the library and see about identifying wild edibles. But that's coming along. Probably not too much longer before everything's going to start bolting from the heat. The shade that I did, there's only maybe 4 or 5 degrees difference between the two beds on the temperature. I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep everything from bolting. It's starting to back there, which is surprising. This stuff is more in the sun and gets more heat, and it's not bolting as much as the stuff in the back, which is shaded better. Go figure. I'm learning. Let's see. This is a Korean variety of lettuce that my mom gave me, and I'll probably be taking these inside. The Swiss chard's doing fine. Herbs are doing great. I got pretty much all my buckets cleaned out, well, dumped out, and I'm going to get a bunch of chicken manure and put it over the pile and see if the nitrogen will destroy the weeds in that pile before I make a planting bed out of it. So that's another experiment I'm starting today. But I'm just amazed. My other herb bed. The eggplants finally came up. It looks like one of my artichoke seeds was still in there, and it came up too. It's coming together. My Greek oregano made a comeback after the ants made a mound in there. Box basil. I've never had that before. Looks interesting. Will make for a nice hedge if they get bigger. This is my old sage plant, still trying to survive. This is that Mexican tarragon, or Mexican mint marigold, and it's doing well. Anyway, I'm just surprised. Maybe neglect is what my garden needs from me. Just leave it alone for a while. Thanks for watching.